Give. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. What a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Hamilton. So here we are in this crucial time where it is the time for Canadians to decide whether they want to choose for a fourth time a party that has left us in a very weak and vulnerable position, where the cost of housing has doubled, where we're having a hard time to afford and put food on the table, where the crime is ramping up? Or do we want to choose change and a leader who's actually going to put Canada first? This journey for my husband and I began about 3 years ago, when my husband announced that he was going to run for leader. Ever since, he's been traveling from coast to coast to coast so that he can speak with the people, to hear them out, to truly really be there with all of us and understand what's going on. Because what we need is leadership and a government for the people, by the people. Leadership is born from the true love for our country, from patriotism. Leadership is not born from fancy degrees, fancy titles. Leadership is not born from the boardroom of the elites. Leadership is born from those who actually put Canada first, like my husband does. And while this journey began 3 years ago, for my husband, it has been a long life commitment. And that is something that the opposition looks down on. But I say, you should not look down on our democracy. My husband has been here at home most of his adult life, fighting for all of us by our side, putting our country first. While others spent the last decade not even living in this country, actually promoting investments and investing his own personal money against Canada's interests. Pierre has been here all along, fighting with us by our side, and they should not look down on that. You know, I love all of my husband's policies, and I agree with all of them. But I truly believe that it is also important to understand the why we do this. Who is really the person behind all of this? Because that truly matters. And who is the family behind all of this? My husband, he was born from a teenage mother, and he was given out for adoption to 2 school teachers. His family worked really hard to make ends meet. Pierre has worked really hard for everything in this life, and nothing was given to him. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela. And my family immigrated here in 1995. We lived in the east end of Montreal. My father, he had to work really hard. First job was collecting fruits and vegetables. Eventually had 3 minimum wage jobs so that he can make ends meet. It was really a struggle. By the time that I was 17, I had moved out of my house and I was financially independent. By the time that I was 19, I moved to Ottawa. I took a student loan, put myself through university. I worked full-time and studied full-time. And by the time that I was 25, working in the Senate, I had a job, and I was making about $50,000 a year. And at 25, a single woman in 2012, I was able to afford a little house in the suburb area of Ottawa. the Canadian promise. That if you work hard, you can make it. And that's what my husband is fighting for. So in the Poilievre household, nothing was given to us. We work really hard. And we've been fighting all by your side. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we need for leadership. A man who's for the people. So, it is my absolute pleasure to share with all of you my husband and the next Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Poilievre. Shout out to Maria.
Thank you. Bring it home. 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 Good to see you. Who's ready to axe the tax? Who's ready to make some steel? Who's ready to bring home the great Canadian promise? Wow. What an incredible introduction. Let me start by giving a grand thank you to the amazing Nathan Bergstrand. Nathan Bergstrand with the United Association. Business manager. Give him a round of applause.